Good evening. I am Tilak De Silva, past president, and today we are going to discuss about the matters related to ICT. This is not a lecture where the B paper question is coming. In B paper, what we are expecting is you have to have some overall knowledge about what is happening in the world, what is happening in the technology, and also use the technology, these things. From all the questions, we are checking those things, not only the technology, economy, political situation. As an engineer, especially as chartered engineer, we should have all of these ideas. Okay. The content of my presentation is ICT development in Sri Lanka, legal and policy framework, ICT applications for improved productivity and security. And Engineer Nishantha Ratnayaka is the Deputy Chief Officer of Sri Lanka Telecom. He will do part of this presentation. The ICT development in Sri Lanka, we know when we compare with about 20 years back, we have developed a lot. Actually, we are in par with the developed countries in ICT area. Now, if you want a telephone, not like those days, the operators are coming to you to sell the telephone. About 20 years back, we should be in the waiting list to get a telephone. Likewise, other things, broadband connections and IPTV, everything can be get easily nowadays. To do all these things, we need a very good fiber backbone network because fiber has a very large bandwidth. For any country, if they need proper ICT, then they should have a very good fiber backbone network. We have a national backbone network. So it was initiate of the government, and this backbone network can be shared by all operators. So we don't have any bottleneck in the backbone network. Backbone network is just like the highways of the road network. And international backbone connectivity. We are connected to the world through the international submarine cables. So we are getting the connection from several submarine cables. Therefore, we don't have any bottleneck to connect to international. So especially when you are going to internet or any broadband connections, most of the contents are outside Sri Lanka. Then you need a very good international backbone connectivity. Then the mobile network. We know the mobile connections in Sri Lanka is more than the number of citizens in Sri Lanka. We have about 21 million citizens, but our mobile connections is more than that. So also it covers almost all the country. So we have few mobile operators. Mr. Ratnayaka will discuss these things. So we don't have any problem with the mobile connections. We can get mobile connection at anywhere, not only voice, for the broadband connection also. Then Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a technology where you will connect to about 10 to 100 meters distance. Rather than connecting to wired, it is very easy to connect with the Wi-Fi. Because of Wi-Fi technology, nowadays most of the devices are connecting to the internet. Even your TV, if you have a smart TV, it is connected to the internet. If you have a smart home theater, it is connected to the internet. So most of the devices nowadays connected to the internet via Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi technology also developing very fast. Then what is important to us? It is not very important what the backbone network or whatever the thing. The importance is the connectivity, whether we can get the connectivity. Suppose you have 50 branches in your company, you want to connect them. Can we get the connectivity for these things? So suppose you are in a remote area, do we have the mobile connectivity to you? So for us now, as Sri Lankan, connectivity is not a problem to us because we can get the connectivity to anywhere. Connectivity methods are wired and wireless. In wireless, wired, in the copper cables, we can go up to about 20 megabit per second. So 20 megabit per second is a very large bandwidth for the time being, because when you say the applications, the biggest information application is the TV. So TV you can get about say 5 megabit per second to 10 megabit per second, depending on the standard TV or high definition TV. But again, this depends on the distance from your exchange. If the distance is increasing, the bandwidth is decreasing. Normally up to about 2 kilometers you can get this speed. And fiber connections, we have the fiber to the home. It is speed is in Sri Lanka is 100 megabit per second. You can see copper is 20 megabit per second, fiber is 100 megabit per second. That technology is called the fiber to the home. The fiber to the home is available most of the cities. So 100 megabit per second is a very large bandwidth, and it can go up to even 1000 megabit per second. The possibility is there. And fiber, another important thing is the upload speed is half of this one. When you have 100 megabit per second download speed, your upload speed can go up to 50 megabit per second. If you want to upload something to YouTube, if your children want to upload something to their learning management module at school, then you need the upload speed. But in the ADSL, your upload is very small. It's less than the 512 kilobit per second, less than 1 megabit per second. And 4G LTE is mobile can go up to 4 megabit per second. So that also a large bandwidth, but ADSL and LTE, they don't have much upload speed. Only the fiber has the much upload speed. So in our country, we have all these technologies. We have sufficient bandwidth or bit rate for any application available nowadays. But in future, this bandwidth may not be sufficient, because we will have more and more applications are coming. Smart applications. When you go to the smart health, lot of applications, they need very large bandwidth. Then the smart education. So in future, lot of new applications are coming. We need new bandwidth. Then how we can provide this bandwidth? So Engineer Ratnayaka will discuss about how this provide about the 5G. The 5G is the latest mobile technology. It has a very large bandwidth similar to fiber. So therefore we can cater to all these bandwidth with the available and the new technologies. And this is another important legal and policy framework of the country. Who will look after these things? Who will look after the requirement of the country in the ICT area? What is the legal body we have? The important legal body is the Telecom Regulatory Commission. They take all policy decisions, and the website is www.trc.gov.lk. You can visit this site and see what they are doing. You should have some idea about what is TRC is doing. Now you can see the industry. So licensing, they provide the licensing. Say the telecom, dialogue, or any mobile or any fixed line operator, they should have the license to operate. For voice, they should have a license to operate. International calls, they have a license to operate. Then the broadband, they have a license to operate. So these things are provided by the TRC. See the vendor licenses, then the vendor licenses, list of vendor licenses. You can go to this site and see these things. Licensing, system licenses, vendor licenses, and so procedure for vendor license is there, and the telecommunication network equipment, numbering, guidelines, those things are there. And here frequency license, system licenses. You can see license operator list. Section 17 license operation list. We have the fixed operators, mobile operators, international telecommunication operators, they call the external gateway operators, data communication operators, internet service providers operators, ISPs. They are the people who provide the internet connectivity to us. So we have many ISP service providers in Sri Lanka. Likewise, different types of service providers are here. Then see, so just go through this website to get some idea. This may be useful for your BPAP also, because everybody should have some idea about what is doing by the TRCSA, that is Telecommunication Regulatory Commission of Sri Lanka. Another one is the ICT agency. The ICT agency is the other government body looking after the ICT. Actually, they have done a lot of work and without our knowledge. So you can see under the Digital Sri Lanka, for industry what they have done, digital infrastructure in view of digitally empowering Sri Lanka citizens by way of a knowledge-based society. ICTA sees digital infrastructure as most invested strategy. Then the legal framework. Why we need the legal framework? Because to work with ICT, some of the laws should be changed or some should be modified. For instance, the electronic document should be accepted, and you should be able to give the evidence to the video conferencing. So likewise, some of the laws should be changed accordingly. That part also initiated by the ICT agency. Otherwise, some work will get held up somewhere because of the law. And the policy framework. So this is very important. Digitization. You can say that the digitization. Lot of government works are doing. Now they have lot of projects, national spatial data infrastructure, e-parliament initiative, like that. So when you go to projects, you can see most of these things. Lanka government network built highly available, high-speed, secure, reliable and centrally managed government network to link all government institutions to a single digital infrastructure. If the all government institutions are linked together, we don't want the many documents for many works. So if the immigration department is connected to the institute where the birth certificates are issued, they can get the information directly from there. Then a lot of frauds also can be minimized. Then the existing processes can be changed. Then it will be very easy for people. Then the Lanka government cloud, that is for the storage purposes, employee provident fund, employee trust fund and consolidated centralized ICT solution. So this is the area where many people required, and this is a highly developed one. Nowadays if somebody applied for EPF, within several days he can get the EPF. And ETF also like that. So it is a big achievement of the government. Not only the EPF, ET, even the pension also, it's computerized and they are very efficient. So you will get a SMS message, okay, your pension is ready or your EPF is ready. Your EPF is directly sent to your account. So then it is very easy. Then some of the e-local government. The local government project has been proposed to address the problem of poor service delivery and socio-economic contribution of the local government authorities due to ineffective and inefficient governance. So, Lanka Gate, then the setting up and maintenance system. Likewise, many projects are there. Just go through this one. So, there are a lot of initiatives taken by the government, whether this government or previous government. So, we have to appreciate this achievement. So, they are computerizing everything together. ICT agency take the leadership of this one along with the TRC. Then, maybe after 5 years, everything is digitalized. The life will be very easy. So, that is about the ICTA. So, that is the legal and policy framework. This is very important. Then the ICT applications to improve productivity. So, this year we are focusing this area also for the B paper mainly. For productivity, how you apply ICT. Now, it can be general applications or specific applications. General application means your day-to-day work, you can use the ICT to make it easy. Very simple example is, suppose you want to have a meeting. One person is Gold, other person is Candy, other person is Colombo. Even having a small conference call, you can have that meeting. You can see how much time you can save from this one. If there are many people, you can have video conferencing call. So likewise, for day-to-day operations, we can use the existing ICT technologies and we can save our time and we can improve our productivity, not big technologies. Now, collaborative tools, when many people are working together, so if you use a collaborative tool, it is easy. For example, the Basecamp is one where you can use a collaborative tool. So that your all people can members there, and your supervisor can define what are the works to be done and what is the deadline of this one. Then you can put your progress of that one. Likewise, many things can be done, and you can see what are the outstanding works. So then you don't want many meetings. You can virtually do all these things, and it is effective also. So the document sharing, when you are preparing document many people together, you can share the document. You can use the Google Doc and share the document and use it. And the project management, when we are doing the project, there are so many parties involved for that one, especially civil projects. So if we have a collaborative project management, so the Microsoft project has that one, then it is easy to do that one. But unfortunately, we are not using these technologies. So this is few, but there are many technologies you can use as a tool. If you use ICT as a tool, your work will be very easy and you can save your time. You will have less stress about your work. But even the engineers are not using these things. So in our B paper, we are checking whether you know what are the applications useful to you and whether you are using these things. So then the specific applications. Specific application means the application related to your area. Now I have taken some sites, say the construction area. Now so these are 10 futuristic technologies that are changing construction. All are connecting the ICT. Self-healing concrete. Civil engineering, you can see whether you have heard these things, and there's a video also. Transparent aluminium. Aerogel insulation. Robotic swarm construction. Developed by researchers at Harvard, robotic swarm construction was designed based on how termites work. Termites work together like a swarm, and construction robotics are programmed to work together in this manner. So the new thing, then the 3D printed homes. This is not a fiction. Now 3D printed homes are there. So you can use these things in a small way, and gradually you can improve the using of these things. And smart roads, all known as smart highways. So now along with the IoT technologies, Internet of Things, things can communicate each other. Therefore, the world is changing very fast because of those things. Now, those days only the humans can exchange the information. Now, because of IoT, Internet of Things, this vehicle and the road can communicate. So that's why the smart roads are there. So then the self-driven cars are coming, they are communicating with the road, then the life will be easy. Bamboo cities, smart bricks. Smart bricks are modular connecting bricks and are similar to Lego, made out high strength concrete and developed by Kite Bricks. Vertical cities, pollution fighting buildings. So these are some of the things. So then go to the electrical engineering area. You can see what are the new things are there. In electrical engineering, these are the new technologies they have. New breed of beta voltage, flexible generators, recycling radio waves, picking up good vibrations, power up the right way. Optical rectenna, pulp energy, fuel from the sky. How the fuel from the sky is coming? In another intriguing project, researchers led by are leveraging solar energy to reverse the combustion process and produce synthesis gas, mixture of hydrogen, carbon monoxide and small amount of carbon dioxide, which can be converted into fuels such as kerosene and gasoline. So from air and the solar power, you can make artificial the fuel. Yeah. Monolithic microcell heat pumps. So these are some areas, next generation power plants. So next, agriculture area. Use of modern technology in agriculture and OU and advantages. Nanotechnology, use of GPS technology in agriculture. Farm planning, field mapping, soil sampling, tractor guidance, crop scouting, variable rate applications, yield mapping. The main purpose of GPS in agriculture is to allow the farmers continue their work even at zero visibility cases. Soil and water sensors, micromosomal technology, agricultural robots, irrigation systems, then likewise all the engineering fields, new technologies are there. They are mainly connected to ICT. You should have some idea about what are the new technologies available and how we can apply those things. So you are the people to suggest your management to do these things. So therefore in the ICT we expect these things also. So these are future technologies which will change the world. Now let us see what are these technologies. Nanobots will plug our brains straight into the cloud. of the future. Nanobots, we believe that by 2050, plug our brains straight into the cloud. It will give us full immersion virtual reality from within the nervous system. And people reincarnation through AI. Train that will move faster than aeroplane. Have you heard about this transport technology? So this is going through a tube as a capsule. It is going faster than the aeroplane. Imagine instead your train carriage hurtling down a tunnel at the same speed as a commercial jet airliner. That's the dream of PayPal, Tesla and SpaceX founder Elon Musk. His Hyperloop system would see train passengers travel up to 760 miles per hour. 760 miles per hour. You have to multiply by 1.6 to get the kilometers per hour. Through a vacuum tube propelled by compressed air and induction motors. AI will become positive net job motivator. IoT technology will change product designs. So I assume that everybody knows about the IoT, Internet of Things. So everything you have a sensor, that sensor will communicate through the internet to all these things. When you take a vehicle, if there are 1,000 parts, each part has IoT sensor. So they will give the information from these sensors. So when you say the athletics, now there are the athletic suits, where the dressers, there are many sensors, then the many information is transmitted from these sensors. How the heart is working, how they are bending, and how the muscles are working, so many things are coming. And how the speed is changing, when he has become tired. So many things can be analyzed from that one because of the IoT. So therefore IoT changed the world very fast. Then space tourism. Self-driving cars will make driving safer. Change a phone with the power of a plant. Ocean thermal energy. Floating farms. This is a very interesting one. Floating farms. And it is expected by 2050, 2 billion people will be increased. More people, the population will be increased by 2 billion people. Then how we can give food to them? Just like the multi-story buildings, you need the farms like the multi-story farms. So these things are built by the engineers. It is required for us also. This leadership should be taken by us. So you can see how it is working. So it is working with mainly the solar energy and drone solution for discovering untouched places. And drones also a device where so many things can be done, where you cannot reach. Say in a tunnel, you want to check the tunnel the condition daily. A drone can go and give the information from there. The tunnel can be connected with the IoT devices. And also you can think about designing of new things. Actually, as engineers, unfortunately in Sri Lanka we are not doing any innovation. Engineers are not there to just maintain the systems. That is the duty of the technicians. Engineers should do new things. So in your charter also, professional review also, we are checking the 5 competencies. So there one area is the new things we are doing. So what we suggest is to be in touch with these things. That is what we want to see the B paper. This is in ICT area. Similarly, how the world economy is changing and how we can predict the next 5 years. What are the things are changing, and financially, and how the world politics are changing, and what is the political situation here now. Maybe the same situation was there in another country. Then we don't want to think again, and we can say, okay, after this period is passed, what kind of situation is coming. But I think in our country, this is a transition period. Now the government has taken many initiatives. What I mean by government is not only the present government, all the governments. especially in the ICT area. So many things are coming. It is just like planting small crops. Now they are developing and they are growing, and all the government departments are computerizing. Even the income tax. So the income tax department is computerized. Online, if the tax is coming, then nobody can do the frauds there. And the government will have a lot of money. Then this money can be spent for the development of the country. So therefore, as engineers, we can do these things. We can make systems where it is immunity for the frauds. So ICT can be used for that purpose. Now next thing is, now with these technologies there is a negative side also. We are exposed. We all are exposed. So if you have the GPS, so if you have a smartphone, your movements can be tracked. Even you don't have a smartphone, if you have a mobile phone, you should connect it to the base station here to communication. If it is on, the mobile operator can say, okay, this person was this in area from this time to this time. So likewise, our privacy is no longer there because of this. And not only that, along with the IoT, many things are connected to the internet. When many things are connected to the internet, many informations are going through the internet, and we depend on the information, electronic information. If something happened to these things, we cannot work. Now for instance, suppose your email is not working, so you get held up, so you cannot do anything nowadays. So you get panic if your email is not working. So if you cannot access to your required database, you cannot work there. Then if somebody attack to this information, we have the confidentiality, integrity and availability. Confidentiality means that information can be seen by the authorized people only. So suppose a company, they have the corporate customer list. If the competitor get that list, then it can be badly affected for your business. So therefore security is becoming a very vital factor of our life and of our business, because the confidentiality, then how we can maintain the confidentiality, because we have a threat, because information in the database and we are accessing to this database remotely. When you are accessing, then somebody can pick our information in between, and he can show that instead of us, he can communicate with there and get our information, or he can read our information. So then we need the technology to avoid these things. So that is security. Then the integrity. Integrity is to make sure that the same information, what we transmit, is received by the other end, or whatever the information is in the database is not changed. That is called integrity. So then we should have methods to maintain the integrity. Then the confidentiality, integrity. Other one is the availability. Availability means, suppose you have a website and the people can access to website and order your things from there, your goods. If somebody attack to this website, then the people cannot access to there. Website is not available. Then availability also very important factor. So therefore we have to focus on the security of all these things. So this time B paper, we are expecting that we are focusing on that area also. Otherwise, we are exposing everything, and somebody can attack those things and they can hamper whole our business. So this is called cybersecurity. So I have a site here, you can see it's a UK site, it's government one. What is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity consists of technologies, processes and controls designed to protect systems, network and data from cyber attacks. Effective cybersecurity reduces the risk of cyber attack and protect against the unauthorized exploitation of systems, network and technologies. Cybersecurity consists of technologies, processors and controls designed to protect the system. You need the technology. For instance, the firewall. When you are connected to the internet, it's a public network. The public network, you don't have any security. It's highly risky. So your company may have your own private network. So, but outsiders also want to access to there. Suppose your salesperson is going to outstation, outside place, and online put the sales, the request there. Then how we enter to a network through the internet? Then when he is entering the internet, what you have to do is we have to put a device to check whether he is an authorized person. So one device we use is called the it is called firewall. So you can put a firewall and make some control there. So that is technology. So cybersecurity consists of technologies, processors and control design, and it was found that most of the security breaches happen internally. 80% security breaches happen internally. That means the internal employees. So for that also we need the controls. So if they have done something, if it is damage to a company, can we take legal action against him? For that one, what we are doing, we have to sign a non-disclosure agreement with them, NDA, when we are recruiting them. And also we should screen him at the time of recruiting. And also we should not keep the same person at the very important place for a long time. We have to rotate the people. By that type of control also needed for security. And so three pillars of cybersecurity: people, processors and technology. Why is cybersecurity important? Please read these things. Elements of cybersecurity. When you say cybersecurity, it has many elements. One is the application security. Other one is information security, network security, business continuity planning, and operational security, end user education, leadership commitment. So these areas are elements of the cyber security: application security, information security, network security, business continuity planning, these things. What are the consequences of a cyber attack? Cyber attacks can disrupt and cause considerable financial and reputational damage to even the most resilient organization. If you suffer a cyber attack, you stand to lose assets, reputation and business, and potentially face regulatory fines and litigation as well as the cost of remediation. Now you remember, I think in Bangladesh recently there was a cyber attack to the banks. Then I think about 1 week all banks closed. Then you can see if the banks are closed for about 1 week, how much it is affected for the economy. And UK, one of the healthcare system, one of the hospitals, the database or the information was hacked. Then everything came to standstill. So then they get panic actually. So we cannot do any business. So these are the disadvantages of the ICT side. So, but we can manage those things. And types of cyber security threat: ransomware. So what is ransomware? Ransom. You know the meaning of the ransom. There is an email sometimes say, now you got a $1 million prize from our lottery and please click here to get the more information. Then you are eagerly going to click it here. Click there. Then what will happen? Then automatically your computer is locked. You cannot access to anything. Then they say, if you want to correct this one, you have to pay this much of amount of money. So you should be able to, you pay it in bitcoins, that is cryptocurrency. So if you pay, sometimes they correct it, otherwise not. So that kind of thing is called the ransomware. Then the phishing. Actually this is P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G, phishing. This is just like the phishing, F-I-S-H-I-N-G, phishing. So here, phishing accounts are contacted on rise, often genuine email, text message or phone calls. These scams can inflict enormous damage organized. Now this also, you get some email and you click that one. Then maybe some virus or something is happened to you. So you will get caught by you. Just like the fish is caught, you will get caught. Please read this one and understand. And the malware. Malware is the broad term to describe any file of program intended for harm computer. Those days we talked about the viruses, now we have the malwares. Then social engineering. Social engineering is the most threatening one in cyber time. We put all technological the protection to our network and the systems, but we never think about the people. So sometimes the inside person may have contact with our competitor. He will pass the information from there. Or there's a video actually one lady is getting one person's all credentials from the telecom operator, their username, passwords of the one account or something. What she said is I think bank or somewhere, she get a call and say, my baby is crying, my husband forgot to give these things and please give me this one. And she has a video, actually baby is crying, not actual baby. And that person was emotional and he gave these all credentials to her. So that is social engineering. So therefore the social engineering also very important. So another example is when you are typing your password, somebody can see from your backside, look in you, what is the password of yours. So then he can use that term. Even you have a very complicated password, if he can see that, no use of that. So that is the social engineering. Then the outdated software vulnerabilities in web application, these things. So therefore, along with the ICT applications and the ICT usage, you have to pay attention for the security also. So this will give some guidance to your B paper, and Engineer Nishant Ratnayaka will do the rest of the part. And when you read all these things, you will get a broad idea. Then for instance, what are the new technologies, how I can use this technology, how can I use this application as a tool. Then your work will be easy and your productivity will be increased. So now I hand over Engineer Nishant Ratnayaka. He is the Deputy Chief Network Officer of Sri Lanka Telecom, and he has how many years experience? 25? More than 25 years experience. He passed out from the Peradeniya University in 1994. So I think he will give a very good, he will do a very good presentation to you with more information. So, Nishant.